Haunted Hearing Aid. Recorded live by Luigi C. Russo, Chief Poet Officer of PoetLuigi.com. He will also comment on various entertainments recently consumed. And now, let us hear. Sobbin', gray man hands Milos gasoline, lighter. Milos accepts with tears. Nurse, his aid is beeping. Is it okay to remove it? Doctor, concur, concoction. Nurse, sure. Doctor, sure. Scene, rock music plays softly. Classic rock, as if from a 45 LP, the static, the sound, straining to be heard, the squeal of a guitar, drums, 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 drums. Music stops. Along the lake a fire blazes, up, up, up the sun creeps, fire getting higher. V of ducks flop across the dark morning sky that just won't lighten. Blazes reaching further, rock music rises louder. In the clouds there is a drumstick beating on drum. The music is a tantrum, drum, drum, drum. As the sun is going up, a shadowed figure is descending, as if walking upon steps, hard foot stomps. Nothing heard, just a figure stepping down to the beat of each drum. Boom, 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 boom. Electric 80s riffs, squealing louder, 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 louder. The viewer covers ears, louder, louder, louder. The viewer will need to lower the volume, louder, louder. Then the loud clangs of the drum adding into the mist. Rain falls down, clouds gather, gray, grayer, louder, louder. Mist of storm and rock and roll. Zoom into the eyes of the shadow figure, zoom in closer, louder, thunder, eyes of metal, louder, thunder, drums, drums, thunder, riffs, steel, green eyes, stare. Thunder, drums, rock music, rain. Stops. Steel eyes melt, blood. Down the blood falls upon the lonely white house. Library scene. A tiny place, a tiny town, a basic loop, and one has seen the entire town. In the town center, a log cabin, brown and newer than usual, is the location of beginning of the town's annual Maple Festival. A festival dedicated to the consumer. Across is a large building, the B Public Library. A driver would never know the place was a library. A large, ugly, plain-looking building at first glance. On re-inspection, the place becomes less ugly as one draws closer. The brick path and lovely, neat entrance to the information. The B Public Library is an older-looking place which features beautiful handmade shelves, the usual materials like books, CDs, DVDs, magazines, children's area, young adult area, adult area. On the children's side is a children's librarian, early 60s, woman named Anna Cage. Anna Cage has her head down, viewing a leafy page, chuckling to herself over the newest picture book purchase to be put on display for the community members that decides to be entertained, enhanced, empowered. After all, is not some form of taxes paid for the public library, a consumer of a product of sorts, an end user seeking its due to society, or a citizen performing her civil duty just to be in the game of society in which everyone has their role? Today's role is for Anna Cage to be the children librarian who wears an in-the-ear hearing aid, and for an impatient woman patron to be the impatient woman she has always been. Impatient woman, where's Sheldon Silverstein? Excuse me, ma'am. Hello, Sheldon Silverstein. Upon Anna Cage only hearing a faint sound, something possibly resembling wine sound, but knowing that would be an impractical request, not necessarily in a library, especially on the adult side, but on the children's side, wines would be an unusual request, unless Anna Cage was the only librarian in the building, which has been the case in the past. Anna Cage, good morning. How may I be of service to you, impatient woman? To have been standing here for like 3 minutes requesting a book while you seem emerging into a book of pigs and elephants. Anna Cage knows it has been far less than 3, because she saw the shadow of the woman through her peripheral vision arrive a few seconds before she requested something of sorts, most likely a book the library doesn't own and would have to be ordered from an outside location. Anna Cage, I so dearly apologize. I was simply peering through the new children's book. I get so excited when the new children books come in. I just can't wait to read them, set them on display. Anywho, what can I do for you? Impatient woman, let me see for once. Stop smiling. I don't have the time or the concern for your smile after I was so rudely made to wait for about 5 minutes. Secondly, hear a person walk to your desk. You mean to tell me you couldn't hear me shuffle through my purse to get a piece of paper? Anna Cage keeps an expressionless face, even though turmoil of emotions erupted deep within the walls of her calm library mind. Impatient woman, and lastly, Sheldon Silverstein. Do you have anything on Sheldon Silverstein? Anna Cage, with a sweet older woman's smile, a little larger and nicer of a smile than usual. It must be from the beautiful air of the day, replies. Ah, yes, Shell Silverstein. It is Shell, not Sheldon, which, by the way, is a very common mistake. It is not Sheldon. Let me see here. Give me a moment. That is, if you have a moment. Here we go. We have a couple. Is it okay for me to get them? Yeah, all right. By the way, one of the items was recently returned, so I may have to search around for a bit. Give me a moment. Thank you. Anna Cage continues to smile. Books are on the shelf in the children's area. Anna Cage pretends to look a little longer, then glances in random spots. After a thorough, fake check, she returns back to the woman. Both women are at eye level. Anna Cage, a good 2 inches taller, hands the books over to the impatient woman, who to Anna Cage is like the majority of patrons that frequent the library, rude, not nice, and outright weird. Anna Cage, here you are. If this isn't what you're looking for, in her mind she thinks, well, too fucking bad, you stupid fucking idiot of a woman. I hope you shrivel up and die an old hag, you witch bitch. We can always order you something else. Oh, and by the way, I'm deaf in this ear, pointing to right ear using right hand to do so, and wearing a hearing aid in this ear, pointing to left ear using right hand to do so. So I may not hear everything as you do. I may not hear anything at all. Is there anything else I can help you with? Impatient woman stares for seconds of eternity, goes to open her mouth, but only smiles, turns, and walks toward the circulation desk to check out. Anna Cage, smiling to self, goes to her desk, the safe haven throne for the old-fashioned library. But nowadays it is a restful spot for a restful woman before getting absolutely comfortable in the comfy chair farted on by numerous employees in the past. The chair stained with age and use. Upon sitting on the chair, the phone rings, startling Anna Cage. That concludes today's reading of Haunted Hearing Aid Volume 1, Evil is Here. Now we're going to go on to my hearing aid on, hearing aid off after a sip of this delicious black coffee. Let me just finish it off. This is a little drop. Oh, yeah, that's good. Real good. All right. I don't have a whole lot this week. I don't know what I've been doing. Here we go. 1990 World Cup, Italy versus Czechoslovakia. Here we have Scalacci starting, and Baggio scores a goal. First World Cup goal scoring with a move. He faked to the left, and boom, he kicked that ball in. It was beautiful. And Italy wins the game. I give that a hearing aid on. 1990, Italia World Cup, round of 16, Italy versus Uruguay. Man, those Uruguayans are very, very dirty and vicious. Kicking and pulling and scratching. And there was Scalacci and Baggio both started. And then there was the defensive god Maldini, the ageless Maldini as well. Great game. Just the defense that Italy was playing. How all those blue jerseys just are always defending the goal. I missed that, and I might try to do that for when I start coaching U15. All right, I give that a hearing aid on. Alright, what is this? I don't know what. Oh, here we go. The movie, The Cure. Two little boys get together, become friends, and they try to find the cure for AIDS for the little boy. And one of the early scenes, and throughout the movie, they show a lot of 90s G.I. Joe. It was a sad movie. It was a cute movie. Definitely worth watching. Give it a hearing aid on. Allman Brothers Band, Gold Classics. Yeah, Gold. That's the name of the CD, Gold. Think Allman Brothers. Anyways, it's classic listening. Lots of songs I've heard on the radio. Those classic stations that play music of the 60s and 70s. Hearing aid liked it, so I give it a hearing aid on. Here's another album, All Time Low, Tell Me I'm Alive. Immemorable, you might as well name that album, Tell Me I'm Dead, because the music stunk. So, hearing aid off. Alice Cooper, School's Out, the 2 CD, like a remastered from a few years ago. I don't know. I never kind of really liked how he looked with just like a little paint over here, around his eyes. But that has nothing to do with music itself. A couple of hits, but it just really, it's not my cup of tea. You see, my hearing aid no like. So I give it a hearing aid off. Blue Oyster Cult. The very best of Blue Oyster Cult. And, it wasn't really the best of anything for me. They had one hit. All the other songs, never heard of. In my mind, I thought they were better than what they were. And, hearing aid off for that one. Gina Birch. This is another album. That's a singer. I play my bass loud. Might as well be, I play my bass loud. It didn't really matter what was played loud. I didn't like any of it. So, give that a hearing aid off. Another band, Anvil, one and only, more like one and nothing. I don't know. There was no variety in the songs. Everything sounded like one giant song going to the next song. Same music, same voice. What are you saying? I give that a definite hearing aid off. I should have took out my hearing aid. And here's the last one. Like I said, not a whole lot this week. The wife and I went on a Valentine's date, and we saw Solo Mio. Man, that was an amazing movie. I would like to rewatch it with the subtitles. Usually at movie theaters, now I don't really hear all the dialogue, but and it's not really as loud sometimes as it used to be. But it was amazing. It had the right amount of comedy, right amount of romance, and that one guy was in there who made the best facial feature, expressions, and he played on The Walking Dead, Dead City, season 2, I believe, season 2. He was in charge of like those one guys. Was it season 2? Yeah, season 2. And Dead City, I think he was in charge of like those Archie people. They lived in that museum. He was funny in the movie with but and then they were in Italy. Just man, I wanted to jump into that screen and sit at that table with Andrea Bocelli's house and eat whatever they were eating. Oh man, so a definite hearing it on. And so everyone have a good rest of your Sunday if today is your Sunday. And I'll see you next week.